Hey guys, this is Irvin from Team Shenanigans Gaming, here with another deck profile. Today we are here with
Princess.
Alright, and what did you do today, Princess?
Today I came to here in Conroe from Austin. I'm playing Hoenna Fizzy. Just for the sake of getting out of the way, shard deck is, 3 crystal cryptic shards and then Corona. Corona is like almost always the play. At the very least, like if you're trying to push the last damage, you get rid of a blocker or, get rid of a threat that's like pressuring you really hard. There is, for some people have been talking about like playing Fizzy in the sideboard, the Fizzy crystal. And that is reasonable. I haven't tried it, but I might be testing it in the future because the sideboard slots are kind of weak at the moment, so I'm very open to like setting new things. So with Hoenna Fizzy, I'm playing the mostly like fairly generic Golem package. The 3 failed Golem #1s, the Ruined, tutor for a Golem, putting it into the discard zone. Honestly, what this ended up doing more often than not is just putting a Golem on into play turn 1, so you can either start checking for shields or towers, either checking the towers, or just so you can play like your Golem of Jealousy on turn 2 to draw a card, or so you can play your Hidden Laboratory. Another really cool trick that like is I think like the level 1 of getting used to playing with this card. So whenever they kill this card, you sacrifice it, whatever. More often than not, you're gonna want to grab a Golem that you'll need later. Like if your opponent's playing a bunch of 1-drops or tokens, whatever, you can, go grab an alarm it, dump it in your yard so you can Mizu it back at some point, or not Mizu, Yami. A Mega Magic Yami it back at some point later. So that is an option. If you don't have any Golem that like you necessarily want to have in your yard for any sort of special effect, honestly what I end up doing with this is just I'll go grab another failed Golem. Or I'll just get something out of the deck, just deck thinning, try and get it all out.
Would you mind putting the cards to the other side? Thanks.
So
Where's Miguel, dude?
that's pretty much the rundown for failed Golem. Something I'm doing that everyone seemed honestly really surprised about. I am playing 3 failed Golem #2s. So notice a lot of people that aren't playing the failed Golem #2, they're playing Delayed Poison in the main board. It's early game, helps you against like the Shard Beast aggro that's supposed to be everywhere. I really like the failed Golem #2. Just getting the extra like counter 2 on Hoenna. If you have Rudy out, then you get 2 counters. Really awkward interactions that I've been a really big fan of. There's going to be matches where cards like Ancient Serpent's Breath is not very good in that matchup, but at the very least you can just bounce your failed Golem #2 to your hand, draw a card, and then just play it again for like just incremental value. I also very much like having the extra like turn 1 play, so you can start checking shields to like get that information. Like I said, it gives you the Golems in play, so you can play your Golem of Jealousy efficiently, which we'll talk about that now. Golem of Jealousy, fairly staple thing for any of the Golem or Hoenna strategies. 2 mana, enters battlefield, draw a card. There's not a lot I can really tell you about that that's special. As we go up the curve, another fairly important thing, Golem of Devourment. Very good card.
Generic and dark decks.
Yeah, it's very staple. It's good against the aggro decks. It's good against the mid-range decks. Like you just start getting small incremental value. There will be times that you'll start, if it's not doing anything else, you not only do you thin your deck for every one that you sacrifice, or every one that dies. Also, it starts to fill up your graveyard for Philosopher's Stone because this card is useless. You don't necessarily need to draw it late in the game if you're not like actually being pressured. So dumping this for Philosopher's Stone doesn't feel bad. As I was saying with Hidden Laboratory, this is really good to just occasionally sacrifice this. Sacrifice it, draw an extra card, you can get another one. Like it doesn't actually lose units.
So sometimes you would opt to, instead of playing like defense, you would just start turboing into your deck, thinning out.
Yeah, especially like if you draw a really early Philosopher's Stone, because that card is really good the earlier you can get it out, if you can get it out efficiently, but you don't ever really want to play it with like less than 5 counters. Sometimes you can play with 4. So if your opponent's not pressuring you, like you don't need the Guardian effect, then just dumping through your deck to try and thin and get these out is honestly very reasonable.
Nice.
Hidden Laboratory is secretly one of the best cards in the deck.
Agreed.
It pressures really hard. It gives you the token. It turns every removal spell your opponent plays into not that efficient, honestly. So what is really important about this tournament that we had today, there was a lot of Hoenna Fizzy or Hoenna kite mirrors. So with that, there's been a lot of Golem of Allurements. And honestly, one of my favorite parts about this whole day today is trading stuff back and forth with Golem of Allurement. You know, I'll steal your field golem number 1. You'll steal my Hoenna token. We're just stealing our tokens back and forth. And the Hidden Laboratory honestly gives you a lot of weird play to that. Because you can steal their dude, and if they try and steal it back or anything, you can just sacrifice it so you get the draw. Not everyone is on the 3 Golem of Allurements plan right now. We figured there's going to be a lot of Shard Beast aggro, or just like the random aggro decks. Obviously, they're all going to have to be playing Shard Beast. As well as, once again, I figured there's going to be a lot of the Hoenna decks. And honestly, this card is really good in the mirror because of being able to just steal around golems. So I was on the 3 Golem of Allurements, and I'm honestly very happy with it this weekend, or today. Golem of Avarice, fairly staple. This honestly ended up being a card that I started out more often than not because it just didn't do enough. You know, it does come in, makes your opponent discard a card, which, you know, if you have a Rudy or something, it's really good. But if not, it's just, it's okay. It is like the highest stats out of all your 3-drop or less dudes. So that's important, I guess. But it is awkwardly one of, in my opinion, the least impactful golems. When it does work, obviously it's insane. Like, you discard your opponent's bomb, and it's just nuts. You know, I've discarded so many like Ishkandars and Sophias today, and it's super sweet. I was on the 3 Dust Strikes. It's really easy to cast. It's not very often that you don't control a dark unit. At the very least, you can just use your Hoenna to make a dark unit. And like I said, I'm playing the 6 1-drops as opposed to most people's 3 1-drops. So like I can even cast it on two way more often than most people. The absolute staple, Yami, is broken for every reason. You can reanimate pretty much every golem in your deck, get all this value. It's instant speed. The card speaks for itself. If you have ever read this card, you know it's probably insane. So the card that I'm not sold on that much that I played today is Poisonous Strike. 3 mana, instant cast, target attacking or blocking unit gets -2000, and your opponent discards a card. What's important about this is if, you know, they sacrifice their creature that you're targeting, whatever, your opponent's still going to discard the card. So getting that, like, at minimum, card disadvantage to your opponent is okay. Moving forward, I'm probably taking these out. I'm going to put in the Polish Guardhound, I think it is, the 3 mana, 2k, and this battlefield target creature can't attack next turn, and it has Guardian. So I think that card's insane. I really wanted to slot it in somewhere, but I didn't know where. But after today, I think I'm just going to probably drop these 2 and play that, because that card is insane. Alright. To move to the, I guess we'll finish off the black. Philosopher's Stone and Patriarch, just staples. There's both very, very good cards. Like I said, you can start dumping for Philosopher's Stone if you get it early.
Wait, you're maining Patriarch?
Maining Patriarch and Philosopher's Stone.
Oh my god.
I did not know other people weren't maining that. Yeah, honestly, the deck has a lot of card advantage, especially if you can get like your Hidden Laboratories off with your Hoenna tokens. You just like start sacrificing it all, so you'll have a bunch of tokens. And whenever people start doing all these like weird shenanigans where they'll like try and bounce something with Kite, and then you try and kill it, and they bounce it some other way, like being able to Patriarch through that is very important in my opinion. At the very least, it's like a lightning rod. It's super sweet. Yeah, Philosopher's Stone speaks for itself. The only neutral cards in the main deck is a Rudy. All of the cards in the deck say enter the battlefield, do a thing. So Rudy's just, there's no question about it. So for the blue suite, playing our 8 blue cards, Ancient Serpent's Breath. We have Omega Magic Mizu. And we have Leviathan and Mayu. All of these fairly staple. What I know some people have been doing lately instead of these is someone will play like Chronostasis instead of Leviathan, or they'll play the Juggernaut. They'll like trim on one of these for the Juggernaut, the 5 mana 3k. You can Shard Drain to give it hexproof. The other one is the Azure Tower Guardian, whatever, like the 6 mana 4k guy, Destroyer. In this battlefield, if there's a blue tower destroyed, you bounce 2 things to the deck or something. It's really good.
The Stormcaster?
Yeah. So those are like the bomb suites that like most people are gonna pick from. I choose Leviathan, Mayu. Mayu, I don't think you cannot play Mayu. It's just way too good. Even at the very least, you play it on turn 7, you Mayu back any spell, cast it, and then you can like Fizzy the Shard Drain. Draw a card, get rid of their dude, and then during their turn, since this is 1 per turn just for the Shard Drain, you can just cast Ancient Serpent's Breath, get rid of 2 creatures because the Shard Deck is something on top. It's way more value than honestly you need, so you can lock people out with that.
You gave me
Leviathan enters battlefield, steals a dude. It's Destroyer, it has Guardian, it has a lot of words on it. It's just really, really good.
I don't think they care about the
All right.
Sideboard options.
Did you use your sideboard at all?
Not as much as, at least not properly. So what we noticed with the sideboarding in this game is it's not like other games where you have a sideboard plan for each matchup. It's going to be like you have a rough sideboard plan for the matchup, and then also for how much time's left in the round. Because this is a control deck, so you're not always going to be able to have, 3 games. So you'll finish your first game, and you'll sometimes need to sideboard aggressively to try and kill them. The main parts of the sideboard that I use, 3 delayed poison. Some people were doing it in the main board, but I felt like it was just good enough in the sideboard. I figured there's going to be a lot of Hoenna Kite or Jamal Kite, and this card's just really bad against Kite. I have the Sola for going into game 3 really awkwardly. If you're going to game 3 at turns, you can just pop it and win. Acid Monger is important for augments. This card's good for the control matchups. What I would have done that I didn't get to do is play Demon of the Evil Eye. I would probably play 2 to 3 of these in the sideboard. I didn't get to do it, but I really wanted to. We didn't have them.
Now you do.
Other than that, there's the option of setting the Shard Beast aggro. I was not a fan personally, but I think it's honestly a necessary evil. That is pretty much all I can tell you. Like I said, sideboard needs a lot of work, but we just need more cards.
You didn't even need it. All right, Princess. Well, thank you for the deck profile. Do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
My team, Mothership Books and Games in Austin. Pretty much, yeah. Jacob, actually our team leader, is the one that built the deck and everything. So he's the one that just won the whole event over here.
Hey, shout out.
Follow me on Twitter, at Princess Basser, Basser.
All right. Thank you so much for the deck profile, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.